Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Cop. I review it so you don't have to. Earlier today, I said I would do a review of one of my favorite games that got me into, doing Let's Plays for. I am currently playing this game. I just have it paused so I could do the video. That game is a game that my wife actually got for me. Naruto Shipuuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. You heard right. I love this game. It is quite possibly one of the best games I could ever play. But it really got me thinking. Does it really live up to the hype? I think it does, but others may not. So, I wanted to give my review on it. And I'm only going to do the main story part and not the adventure parts for right now. But I'm going to start with what I didn't like, and then go on to what I did like. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. One of the first things I didn't like about, this game was the fact it was too cut and dry. It reminded me a lot of the Naruto Shippuden anime, which the game is based off of, but it wasn't all that realistic. I mean, in the anime itself, you could relate with the characters. You can in the game too, but to a certain point. Because, you see, the game is unpredictable. At one moment, the villains and the enemies you face are doing one thing, and then it goes to another. And depending on how you do, it affects how everything goes. And it also affects the ranking you get. With S rank being the highest and D rank being the lowest. And for those who have seen the Naruto anime, you know that S rank is the most dangerous mission, and D rank is the easiest. You can't get any lower than a D, you can't get any higher than an S. And it really irks me. Because, you have to do it in a certain way in order to get the S rank. You have to do everything perfectly. You have to try to not lose a lot of health, and that is pretty much impossible. So, in a way, if you try and do it S rank fully, you're setting yourself up for failure. So, but others may have actually managed it. And to those, I say, good for you. You managed to do the impossible to me. And yes, to me, it is impossible. Because, when I played Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, it really got my attention. Primarily because, well, when I had started to play it, I had started watching the Naruto anime, and I was near the end of it. And I had finished it whenever I first got the game. But hearing that it was based off of the Naruto Shippuden anime, I wanted to start watching that. So I did. I started from the very beginning, and it picked up where Naruto left off. Maybe I might review the Naruto series. I'll get to that later. Anyways, long story short, one of the things I didn't like about the game, as I said, was the unpredictability. Another thing, it didn't really... The battles. The battles made no sense. Because it's too randomized. The battles are way too randomized. The enemies you fight, it's not like what happened in the anime. At all. Normally, things you expect in an anime, you expect to happen on TV. Well, in the game. This wasn't the case. And it upset me. And another thing that I didn't like about it was the pacing. The pacing itself was just overwhelming. Because in a span of 4 to 5 days, I had cleared the story mode. And it started on the adventure mode. But at least we had some very cool moments within the game itself. And with that, I think I need to transition into what I liked about the game. One thing I really liked, the characters. It's just like you saw it inside of the anime. You can really connect with them. You can connect with them. You can understand where they're coming from, why they fight. It's really touching. And in a weird, messed up way, I admire it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they actually did a good job. And that really says something because it was made by Bandai Namco. For those who don't know, Bandai Namco is a game development company that created other anime-type games. Like, well, the majority of the Naruto Ninja Storm series, and also some parts of the Sword Art Online series of games. And yes, I'm being serious. Bandai Namco helped make the Sword Art Online games. Not the one for the mobile, the ones for the console. And believe it or not, when the anime first aired, the games they had were only available for the PlayStations. You heard me. And one game in particular was only made available for the PlayStation Portable. You heard right. The PSP. And that's what really ticked me off. Because, well, when I heard about that game, I really wanted to play it. But then it was revealed that it was only available for PSP, and it pissed me off. But yeah, Bandai Namco, you did a good job on the characters. Good job. Another thing I liked was, well, the jutsus. I mean, you can't go wrong with the freaking jutsu. And when it comes to most jutsu, some are extremely difficult, but they know it. And there's so much jutsu that they know that it's, well, not very limited. I mean, it goes back to, well, the way that they fight. One of the things I didn't like. The way they fight was, well, uninteresting. It just didn't make sense. And that's what worried me. And my worries were, well, unfounded because, well, I had realized that if it was made just like the anime, then it would have been very weird. And there are certain cinematic moments that happen that you can, well, fight. Like in Naruto Shipuuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, when you face off against Kurama. You face off against Kurama, and you swing him around. It really makes you think. But I digress. Anyways, one of the best things I liked about this game was, well, the fact that it referenced Boruto. Yeah, you heard me, Boruto. This game referenced Boruto at the very end of it. Because when this game was released, the Boruto movie had been released as well. It was actually released sometime later. And then there was a DLC in which you could play Boruto's story. You could play the actual movie Boruto in the anime. Up until a certain point, that is. That point being, well, the fight between Naruto, Sasuke, and Momoshiki. Which really got me hyped when I saw it and heard the song for it. Oh my gosh, the song for it. It was pretty much Reverse Situation remix. But I loved it. I really did love it. And I loved the game. I mean, it's really engaging. Granted, there are times, it can be very difficult. And it pisses me off to no end. But when doesn't a game piss people off? I mean, if you play for so long, then you're bound to get frustrated with it. You're bound to, well, lose. Over and over and over and over again. And that's just not good. So you rage quit and you move on to the next game. Till you rage quit on that one and go to another. And so on and so forth until sorry guys. It's like anyways, so on and so forth until you're back at the game that you originally started playing and rage quit on. But you actually play through more of it, and then it gets difficult again, and lo and behold, rage quit. You don't get that in life. You can't rage quit in life. Just like you can't rage quit in school. Really gives you something to think about. But I digress. Overall, I really loved the game. And I actually recommend, well, not only playing the game, but watching the actual animes. Starting with Naruto, and then going on to Shipuuden, and ending with Boruto. Now, I myself haven't watched Boruto yet, but I plan on it at some point. Whenever I can afford it again. But regardless, when it comes to this game, it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good game in my opinion, but others may have different opinions and tell me to KMS. And to them I say, that's a bit extreme, don't you think? I mean, if I KMS, then, well, it would just cause more heartache, wouldn't it? What's the point of KMS? What's the point of me telling me to KMS if you're just gonna hurt even more people? And it really frustrates me. But I digress. What do you guys think? It actually leads me to a question that I have. should I do some anime reviews on this channel? And going back to the video I did earlier in the day, which probably might end up being yesterday when the video fully gets uploaded. Not sure, but if it's uploaded on the 24th, then the video from yesterday. If it's uploaded on the 23rd, the video earlier today. Should I talk about some of the episodes I've seen of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic on the channel? And should I talk about some of the fan works that I've read and, well, some of the fan works I recommend in terms of fan fiction? If you think I should do it, well, let me know in the comments. And speaking of the comments, let me know down below if you have any gaming suggestions for me. And when I say gaming suggestions, I don't mean, well, I don't mean games that are too complicated. And games that could possibly hurt my brain. Games that cause me to think too deep. Games that cause me to change the way I think about life. Or something like that. I'm not really sure. But if you have any game suggestions for me, leave it in the comments. But anyways, until next time, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay notified. Don't forget to check out other videos I've done, and, well, I may end up putting some things in the description that I might work on. Not really sure. Well, you already know how I feel about certain things. But anyways, as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. But that's all the time I have for this one. So, what would I rate this game? I'm not the completionist. But let me know how all of you think of it. Whether you liked it, disliked it, or if you just don't care. And if all of you think that this was completely cringy, well, I could care less. Because you never really know. I may surprise you. I'm the Nostalgia Cop. I review it so you don't have to. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, NC